Have you ever wondered how people sew patches onto their crochet plushies so perfectly? Well then, here's my top tips on making sure that those patches are perfectly sewn on. So in this example, I'm sewing on an eye, so it obviously needs to be perfectly placed. So I'm using these stitch markers to make sure that it stays exactly where I want it to be. Next, you need your needle. This is called a darning needle. Personally, I don't really like this one, but it's the only one I could find. Plastic is much better. So my top tip to make sure those stitches aren't visible is to make sure that when you're whip stitching, you're going in underneath the patch that you're sewing on. That way, especially when you're using two colours like this, you won't see those sort of ugly lines that sort of hold it all together. I also almost do it a bit like a back stitch, where my next stitch goes a little bit further back than where I just came out the other side. This helps to create a much more secure sew, which we obviously need when we are giving these plushies to little ones. You'll then get to your stitch markers, which just remove them as you get to them and carry on sewing. Also, for using chenille yarn like me, you'll inevitably get this happen. So what I do here is I just cut off the ratty bit and then rethread the needle and you're good to go again. Once you've gone all the way round, I would secure your patch with a knot. I would try and do a double knot, but as you can see I'm struggling here, so I just did one. And then to be extra secure, because I haven't finished this head, I'm able to poke the rest of my yarn through the inside and tie it together with our starting yarn. And there you have it, one perfectly sewn crochet patch. Let me know if there's any other tips you'd like in the comments.